In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at all the new versions of iOS, including iOS 26, iPadOS 26, and macOS Tahoe 26. And there's some amazing and incredible changes of UI to all of the updates. Let's get started.
Okay, let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to be showing you all the new features that released in iOS 26, iPadOS 26, and macOS Tahoe 26. Now Apple claims to make this update the biggest update since iOS 7, making a huge redesign in the whole entire UI. As you can tell, the moment you update, you will realize liquid glass literally everywhere. Animations through opening apps, as you can tell here, and if you also swipe from the lock screen, Apple actually cooked with the design this year. Look at the liquid glass here, it's super fluid as you can tell from the lock screen here. They also added different changes to the control center as you can tell, different animations if they pop up if you realize once you switch through pages. And you also realize that the background got dimmer with control center. And also customizing search, the keyboard also had a change. It's now having a black wallpaper around it. But let's get through the features now. Now first, if you hold down and click edit, click customize, you can actually now customize your icons even more. If you put the default, as you can tell, these are the new icons that Apple came up with iOS 26 this year. But if we go here to edit again, click customize, we can see there is also the dark icons, which also got a little upgrade. A clear icons, which is the liquid glass design one, where there is light, dark, and auto. And even as you can tell from switching from these modes, you can tell how the switch is also fluid, just like the home screen that I previously showed you. And you can tell also there is now tinted, which is a little changed from the past iOS 18. And these are the features relating to the home screen. Now let's go to the lock screen and see all the features. As you can tell, new wallpapers, and also if you do realize, if you click customize here, you can actually customize the clock even more. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, and you can even add 3D wallpapers. Let me show you. You can see I've gotten the Spider-Man wallpaper here. And if you click on this small button right here under the three dots, just like that, it will make it a spatial scene. As you can tell, moving your phone 3D will look so amazing. To set this as your wallpaper, you just click here, click share it, and then just click use as wallpaper here. And now you can see this option here, which generates a spatial scene, as I showed you in the Photos app. And look at this. This looks so cool with the 3D effects now on your iPhone. And plus, if you click on the plus, the more here sign, and you click depth effect, you can make the clock sync in with the wallpaper just like that if you choose the right size for it. Let's choose this one. And as you can tell, it's a 3D wallpaper. You can now add widgets to the bottom if the clock is in big size. Next feature I want to talk about is UI changes. As you can tell, if you go to settings, for example, you can see all the UI changes here through scrolling and many more. With also the brand new phone app, as you can tell here, the new design. And the best part is if you don't like this design, click this menu at the top and then click classic, you're back again to the classic design. But if I was honest, I prefer the Unfight design, which is the brand new one that released in iOS 26. And the last thing I want to talk about in this update is this brand new Games app. As you can tell here, the moment you open it, you see all your games, your Apple Arcade games. If you have a subscription, you can see them on this tab right here. And if you have friends added on the Games app, you can actually see their progress and start challenges with them. And when you click library, you see all of the games installed on your phone, no matter if they use Game Center or not. And that is it for iOS 26. Let's hop on the iPad to check out iPadOS 26. This is iPadOS 26. As you can tell here, it's practically the same as the iPhone as I showed you here. the same liquid fluid design for the lock screen and applications with all the icons. Let's have a look at the lock screen here. So this is the brand new wallpaper that came in different styles here: halo, dusk, and even here shadow. Now these are also available for the iPhones, but I'm showing it to you here. And even there is even special scenes on iPads, so it's not only on iPhones, it's also on iPads. Same features with customizing the clock. As you can tell, you can make it smaller or bigger, just like iPhones. And the new feature about iPadOS 26 is actually a phone app. They finally have a phone app for iPadOS 26. As you can tell here from the design, you have your missed calls here, and you even have a dial pad at the top, which you can dial a number, and then you could just dial it, and it will dial from your iPhone. Now, if you ask me, I think iPadOS got the best update this time. iPads got the best update this year because you can actually now add folders to the dock just like macOS now, which is actually pretty cool. And if you go to the Files app, you can add colors and emojis to your files. For example, here I've got a ROMs file here. All I have to do is just customize folder and tags. I can put an emoji, I can put a shape or an emoji, as you can tell here, a symbol or an emoji, and I can even add a color to it. You can click red here and it will make the folder red. We click done, and this is how the folder looks like now. Second feature is now this mode. If you turn on here Stage Manager, if you click on the Stage Manager button, if you have it on Control Center, if you hold it, you will find an option called Windowed Apps. Click it, and then boom, Stage Manager, but even better, with better sizing and better usage. As you can tell here, I've got Safari open, and I can fully drag it, as you can tell. And if you notice here, these are the buttons for closing, minimizing, and making it a full screen, just like on Mac. As you can tell, here it is. And of course, if you swipe with your finger from the top, you've got the menu bar now, just like macOS. As you can tell, we can make a new window here. We can even close it, make it a full screen, or minimize it, just like that. With bookmarks, window, it's basically iPadOS like macOS. iPadOS also got the Games app, just like iPhones. If you open the Games app, you will see all your library, and you will also see many options, but as you can see here, I'm offline, so it doesn't show. Okay, now that I'm online, you can tell here, this is the menu at the top: your home, arcade, friends, library, and search. And that is it for iPadOS 26. With the same customization features like iPhones from Edit here, it comes with the same icon style, tinted, clear, and dark. Welcome to macOS. Now this macOS is basically your workspace if you have a MacBook. Now, here are the changes that happened. Now, I'm actually kind of upset about one feature that Apple removed from macOS. If you can realize it, you only have 3 seconds to realize. Did you realize? It's the Launchpad. As you can tell, it's now Apps. Once you click it, this is what you'll see. That's it. It's basically Spotlight Search. It kind of looks like Spotlight Search because it is actually Spotlight Search. We'll get through that in the video. But as you can tell, this is basically the app section now where you open applications. But to be honest, I really like the Launchpad, how you can arrange folders and arrange the applications. Here, you pretty much cannot arrange them. I tried so hard, I just cannot arrange them. And I cannot make them into folders. No matter what, this is just fixed. You cannot change it. You cannot change the order of the apps. You cannot put folders. That's the first feature of Mac, Apps. Now the second one is actually my favorite. My personal favorite is Spotlight Search. Apple has added so many updates to Spotlight Search this time. If you press just Command and Space, or you could press F4, this is Spotlight Search. This is how it's going to look like. Once you move your mouse here, you will see Applications, Files, Actions, and Clipboard. Clipboard is actually a feature from Windows where you can copy multiple items and just paste from the clipboard. This is now finally on Mac. Now if here you can go to Spotlight Search and press Command 1, you can search for applications such as books here, or you could search for, if you press Command 2, you can search for files, and you can search for books, for example, or if you press Command 3, you can do actions without removing your hand from the keyboard. For example, I can just type send message, press enter, and then just type in the recipient. And then here, for example, this is the message, and I'm gonna type in the recipient, press the contact, send the message, and then boom, done. It runs. As you can tell, there is a small icon here, and boom, the message is sent. Third feature actually on Mac is finally customizing the icons on it. As you can tell here, if you didn't realize, I have dark icon. If you go to system settings and here you would see appearance, you can tell here there is default, dark, which you can put it auto every time it switches from light to dark, or you could put clear. And you can put auto here. Let's put clear. These are the clear icons. But if I'm honest, I'm not a big fan of the clear icons for now on macOS. Because even if you put light, it just basically the same. Look, as you can tell here, this is light. It's not that clear like liquid glass on iOS and iPadOS, as you can tell. But maybe Apple might improve it in the future, in future updates. And you could also add tinted icons, as you can tell. And of course, on Mac, you got the new wallpapers, the Tahoe wallpaper. And you also got the Tahoe Day, which is the landscape wallpaper that comes with the update. Now, this time I personally prefer the Tahoe wallpaper, not this one, because the Tahoe wallpaper actually moves with the screensaver, as you can tell from here. You can adjust it from the screensaver. Also, one more Easter egg I realized on Mac here, if you click on the Apple icon, and you see, as you can see here about Mac, you can see different icons, Apple added icons now, but you can see this laptop logo because I'm using a MacBook. If you're using an iMac, you would see the iMac logo. And if you're using a Mac Studio or maybe a Mac Mini, it changes. That's a really cool Easter egg I think I like. Now here, the last feature I want to talk about is also the Games app on Mac. Once we open it, this is how the Games app looks like. Give it a second to load. This is it. Now I have realized some bugs in this app a little bit. For example, here is a bug I found. If you right click on the library and then just click icons and text, then you right click again and just press text only, the app completely shuts off. This is a bug that I also experienced in macOS, and I hope Apple might fix it in the future. And that is it pretty much for iOS, iPadOS, and macOS. I hope you guys found this video enjoyable. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like button, and make sure to share it with your friends and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching the video, and have a great day.